My name is Janae Stracke, and this is On Air with Heritage Action, a podcast built for conservatives. Twice a week, we break down in 5-ish minutes or less how you can get involved today in the fight for conservative values. Hey everyone. Yesterday, Heritage Foundation President Kevin Roberts and Executive Director of Heritage Action, Jessica Anderson, unveiled to the public a 7-point issue agenda that will guide the Heritage Enterprises work as we fight for America. We believe conservatives must set the agenda, earn a mandate for that agenda, and then govern accordingly. Over the next 3 years, we will engage along with our allies in Washington and in the states. We're committed to restoring human flourishing through self-governance for all Americans and championing the policies that get us there. And before I delve into the specifics of the 7-point agenda, I want to first address why having an agenda and setting a vision is important. Leading requires having ideas. You don't just get in the car and end up where you need to be without first having a destination in mind. But too often in politics, candidates want you to send them to Washington, and they don't even have a plan for what they're going to do when they get there. Having an agenda works. In 1994, Newt Gingrich's Contract with America set a plan to balance the budget, fight crime, and reform welfare. It delivered Republicans their first majority in the House since 1954. And following through on one's agenda is the most important. During his 1980 campaign, Ronald Reagan pledged to fix a federal government that had overspent, overstimulated, and overregulated. When Reagan got to Washington, he came with a mandate from the people because he had set a clear vision for what America should be. He took the oath of office and shortly thereafter gave his cabinet the Heritage Foundation's 3,000-page blueprint for governance and told them to get to work. And after governing on that agenda for 4 years, Reagan won the 1984 election with the largest landslide in American history, winning 49 out of 50 states. Seeing results like that, you would think more politicians would want to campaign on and then govern on good ideas. And some certainly do. Recently, Senator Rick Scott of Florida announced an 11-point plan to rescue America. We applaud him for putting forth real ideas and driving the policy debate forward. More people should embrace the idea of having an agenda, winning a mandate from the people, and then governing as promised. Okay, so now let's return to the policy agenda put forward by the Heritage Foundation and Heritage Action for America. We're casting a vision for 7 of the most important challenges facing America, some familiar and others new. Policymakers must address these challenges to make America solvent, stronger, and safer today, and for generations to come. First, empower parents to make education choices. From CRT, critical race theory, and gender ideology, the lack of accountability and transparency, conservatives must empower parents to make decisions that are right for their children. We will spearhead reforms to ensure parental rights, expand school choice, and narrow the federal government's role. Second, secure America's borders and reduce crime. America's current crime and border crisis is out of control, and the human costs are staggering. We will expose the threats posed by criminals and illegal immigrants and take steps at the federal and state levels to restore the rule of law. Third, ensure free and fair elections. Americans can have confidence in election outcomes only if they trust the process is fair. We will continue to advocate in states for common sense reforms like requiring voter ID, ending vote trafficking, and opposing every effort of a federal election takeover by DC bureaucrats. Fourth, reverse the growth of spending and inflation. Government spending and inflation are a tax on all Americans, especially working families who struggle to make ends meet. We will advance a blueprint to reduce the size and scope of the federal budget, spend less of our money, and save us from falling off the fiscal cliff. Fifth, counter the threat of communist China. China is expanding its military and stealing American jobs and technology, posing a direct threat to our security and prosperity. We will advance policy to confront China's attack, develop a China-resistant economy, and ensure our capabilities during this great power competition. Sixth, hold big tech accountable. Big tech is censoring facts later deemed to be true, colluding with authoritarian governments, and silencing conservatives. We will put power back in the hands of Americans by holding big tech accountable using antitrust and other laws and proposing new measures to end its abuses. Seventh, protect the unborn. Americans must protect unborn babies and their mothers from the gruesome realities of abortion. We will advance life-saving policies at the state and federal level and ultimately make abortion unthinkable. Some of these 7 points should be no surprise to people who have been following our work, but now with these focus areas as our guide over the next 3 years, we will diligently seek out new and significant ways to move the needle and advance conservative policy. If you want to learn more, head to our homepage at heritageaction.com, where we have a link for more info. And I want to leave you with a final promise. This agenda will not preclude us from fighting on other issues. As you know, we're currently engaged in a Supreme Court nomination, and many issues will continue to come up. We will continue to defend and advance conservative policies whenever the opportunity arises. But now, with a stated policy agenda, we will help build a mandate from the people as we engage in day-to-day policy fights. And we will do so with big picture goals in mind. And together, we will bring an America where freedom flourishes and people prosper. That's it for another episode of On Air with Heritage Action. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you heard in today's episode, please click the follow button. If you want to receive a text message each time a new episode airs, text podcast to 51776 and you'll never miss an episode. That's podcast to 51776. Hi, it's me again, and we need your help. If you like the insights and activist resources we are providing, please take 1 minute and help us spread the word. Share this episode with friends and family on social media, email, or text. We need everyone's help in the fight to hold Washington accountable. And don't forget, you are also able to subscribe and listen to episodes on your smartphone. Just open up your favorite podcast app and search for On Air with Heritage Action. Click subscribe and download episodes so you can take them with you on the go. It's the best way to make sure you never miss a thing. Thanks.